Spirit Master is a card that flies a little bit under the radar. It's a card that I've never found, one that I think is really, really cool. So we're going to be breaking down some high-level gameplay here. High-level Spirit Master, Max Spirit Master, I believe, right? Showing off the true power and honestly talking about some things that I really despise in Rush Royale and I think are kind of broken. So guys, grab your coffee, grab your device, and let's head on down to Game by the Beach. Welcome back once again, fellas. We're going to be jumping right into a game here, showcasing a deck and a card. Well, let's say a deck first. That I've never actually seen played before. I've never seen this exact deck on our bottom screen. So, of course, it's not me playing. If you guys didn't see, it was somebody named Ghost. I'm pretty sure I played against him before. He's been around in the game a long time. He's got 4,500 crit. We're going up against a Max Cultist player, Hovie, who also has over 4,000 crit. So this is high-level gameplay. But I've never seen Spirit Master, Witch, Sword, Dryad, and Summoner all in a deck with Mari, level 17 Mari, I believe, which is absolutely crazy. So I wanted to make a video talking about Spirit Master because I think it's one of those cards that's relatively undervalued. I don't feel like a lot of people know how powerful Spirit Master truly is. And for me, specifically, I don't even have Spirit Master. I do not have the card. I have not found the card. There's only a handful that I've never been able to attain. Spirit Master as well as Monk. Is there any other ones? I recently got Sea Dog. I think it's only Spirit Master and Monk. There might be something else. But yeah, so I can almost never produce content on those cards except for when I do something like this, where we're looking through the ladder, the battle history of the ladder, and I just love seeing interesting decks, high-level gameplay, and then bringing it to you beautiful people. So that's what we're going to be doing today, talking about Spirit Master, seeing how it works. I know they've changed kind of how Spirit Master has worked in the past. Look at that. Can he change that summoner? Let's see if our man on the top of the screen can change that summoner. He did. So that's wicked cool. Good thing that that witch tile is not in the center, because that would be amazingly bad for the cultist player. He's been spamming out swords like crazy. Where's he at? So that guy's at max now. That was weird. So sword is so strange now because that middle cultist is at like an 8 or a 9 stack. Now it's at a 10 stack. Is that a glitch? How is it at a 10 stack and at a sword debuff? Look at this. And at a dryad debuff. But look at this. 10 stack sword. Stand by. Stand by. So, I don't understand sword anymore. I genuinely don't. There's the debuff, there's the red sword, and then there's the 10 stack sword. What the heck is that? But either way, we're running the witch talent that is as if it's a knight statue. So Gift of the Raven, Unstoppable Magic. A couple of those other ones are obviously debuff stuff, toxicity stuff. But the initial one is not like the normal witch that we're all so accustomed to. And then for Spear Master, we'll go through the talents briefly, but like, I don't even understand. I don't even know how the card works. So I don't have him, right? I can't say it any other way. Elixir of Life upon a mana power-up has a 30% chance to refund mana spent for the power-up. Cool. Upon mana power-up has a 40% chance to throw a boulder at monsters in the area, dealing 150 or 1,500 damage and stunning monsters for 2 seconds. The boulder gains bonus damage from mana power-up. Storm Power upon mana power-up. All these things are mana power-up. Of 7. Oh, yeah. It like goes up. It can get to like 10, and then it goes back down. I know. It's something weird. Increasing attack speed against bosses and storm power. We did take out Tribunal. You could barely see it, but we did take out Tribunal before it hit us. And the last one increases the chance of critical damage by 0.4% for each mana power-up. So it's all based on the mana power-up. Really weird. Really fascinating. We've got a max Dryad as well. I don't know why the guy on the top of the screen, he went for a Dryad over a Cultist. I'm shocked. Some interesting plays. This is what's so fascinating, because I can't really judge these people's plays. I totally can, and I do. But like, both of these guys have gotten much further on the ladder, much higher on the ladder than I ever have, and probably ever will. So who am I to judge, right? However, we can still comment on what's happening, because I'm surprised that my man at the top of the screen has not gotten to a T yet. Even though he could have. He could have gotten a rank 5 if he wanted to, but he didn't. I would have done that so quick, it would have broken my screen. I would have been tapping so fast. But it always makes me think that they must know something that I don't. But fellas, if you are enjoying this video, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like the video. If you want to help support the channel, go to My Games for any of your in-game purchases. If you want to buy the Premium Pass, we offer a 10% discount code if you go to My Games rather than going in-app through the Royale store. They also have Premium Pass, Hero Tavern Pass, Platinum, Gems, Gold. Everything you want is in the My Games shop. Use code BEACH. It's totally free to use. Helps support the channel, enables me to continue making the content that you guys enjoy so much. You can also leave me a funny message, and I will love you forever. Not that I won't anyway, but I'll love you even more. So yeah, go check that out. Link is in the description. We're doing pretty well, okay? Even though it's not our gameplay, we're doing pretty well, okay? I was wondering if maybe this guy at the top of the screen was going to go for a T not attached to that witch tile. That could kind of make sense. But he had another opportunity to do so, and then he merged out again. Oh, but he must be, right? He must be. Because he now has a max off of Dryads, max middle Cultist. He's got enhanced summoning. He's only got a level 9 summoner and sword. And he only has a level 11 Dryad. So this dude's account is actually, all of those, everything at the top of the screen for him is the equivalent to me. However, he's just got 4,000 crit to where we only have 3,000 crit. Which also reminds me, I want to make a video. Let me know if you guys would think this is interesting. I want to make a video. I've got about 450,000 gold right now. And a bunch of cards that I could level up. Would it be an interesting video to go through 500,000 gold, level up all the cards that I possibly can, and see how high that would elevate my critical damage? I wonder, because I'm at like 3,100 right now. I bet you if I put like 500,000 gold into my level ups, my upgrades, I could probably get close to like 3,500, which is a big difference. I don't know. Let me know if that's interesting. Put a comment down below. But let's keep on going. So, just to remind you guys how Witch kind of works, I always say it's similar to a Knight statue. The reason I say that is because, obviously, it's buffing your attack speed and your damage. Increases damage. Maybe just damage. But you also need that Witch to be next to the unit that you're trying to boost. So, that's the main reason. But we've got a nice, pretty rank 5 Witch in between a max Spirit Master and a rank 5 Spirit Master. Is there any cleanse ability? I didn't look at this guy's equipment yet. Level 8, level 11, level 3. So again, pretty average equipment. He doesn't have any cleanse abilities. Not that he really needs to. He finally has a T at the top of the screen. Holy moly. But our board, spoken as if I'm playing Spirit Master, because it just makes me feel better, doesn't have any cleanse abilities unless he has enhancements that I don't know about, which is definitely possible. He's gotten 12 merges for his Witch, which isn't an absurd amount. It really isn't. I don't see any 10 stacks on our sword, which is kind of interesting. We got a summoner right there, but we could change that summoner. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm fighting off a sneeze. I think I did it. Okay. So we've still got the only... Oh, it's coming back. Okay. We've only got the one T. So he does. You saw it right there. I can tell right there that one of his enhancements is legendary... Gosh, I always forget the name of it. It's the same thing I have. I want to say it's a C. I want to say like confusion, but it's not confusion. It's not cleanse, it's counterspell. That's what it's called. Legendary counterspell. Right there, hitting our max Spirit Master, but the upgrade. So we powered up, and there was a cleanse. Let's see which one it was. Ah, the third one. Upon mana power up of 7 and higher assumes the Wind Spear for 7 seconds, increasing attack speed against bosses and mini bosses for 85%, and with a 50% chance of purging all negative effects. So wow, that's super, super cool. That's such a cool talent. I would absolutely love to play with Spirit Master, especially if it can hang out and damage. But all you got to do is get it above a level 7 mana power up, and you can do it a couple times, and it will purge your negative effects 50% of the time. So that's what I mean by multiple times, because as long as it's above 7, you can do it once, it didn't work, do it again, get it to 8, get it to 9, and then the negative effects will eventually go away. That's really, really cool. And then we've also got the counter spell, now that I remember. We finally got 2 T's at the top here. Our board looks pretty good, but you know what? Other than that, he does have sword and a couple of 10 stacks, but other than that, we've got not a whole lot else going on for a Cultist player, and I think that's kind of what happens. Cultist is such a good card and such a good deck, but it falls off against some of those other decks that just have more versatility, more going on. Spirit Master has cleanses and boosts and attack speed and damage boosts and this and that and the other thing. Cultist is just doing its thing, and it's going to just be consistent, but that's kind of it, right? Same thing if we're going up against a high-level Sea Dog, high-level, I don't know, robot, I don't know what else, but you guys know what I'm talking about. We're now into the triple bosses. My man at the top is at 38 tiers, 38 absorbs for his Cultist, and we're only at 17 merges on our Witch. I know that's not the most important thing, but it's pretty important. We finally got another Spirit Master on that Witch as well, but he merged it right back out. Okay, I don't necessarily agree with that decision, but to each their own. He does have a couple of... Oh, he does also have a rank 6 Spirit Master over there on a square. It's a growth tile, growth square, on a Witch. And remember, the tier of a Witch doesn't matter. The merge rank of a Witch doesn't matter. It's the merges of how many merges you have had of the Witch matters. And then with Spirit Master, I mean, more or less, you're putting it in an area. You just have to really be aware of your mana and continue to level it up. It looks like we're trying to keep our Spirit Master at around 7 or 8. So we're now down to 7. But I think every time I've looked, it's been about 8. So I think that's kind of the priority. He's going at 7 every time, leveling it up about 1,000. We're going to go down to 6 in a second. Let's see. So now it's at 500. Spirit Master is fascinating, fellas. We made it to 40 merges with our Witch. We're now going to drop below 6 on our Spirit Master. Now we're at 5. I feel like that's a big difference. We hit our Mari. We're going to try and take out Dark Priest. Maybe that's why we were waiting, because we've got Dark Priest. He did level it up one time. We've got Kitsune that we got to battle out. And then he leveled up a whole bunch right off the bat, which I think was a little bit preemptive, just because leveling it up also cleanses, removes negative effects, to where we've got King Puddinged, we've got Dark Priests, we now have a Lion there. We've got a bunch of stuff that would have been nice to cleanse, and right there it didn't cleanse everything, or maybe anything. I don't know if the 50% of the time, is that per unit, or is it all in one, right? Does that mean 50% of the time everything will be cleansed, and 50% of the time none of it will be cleansed? Or is it on a per unit basis? Let me know in the comments which one. But we're well into the triple bosses. You can see we're losing. We've been losing this entire time. We're at he's at 134 mil. We're at about 140 mil. We did get hit by Tribunal. It looked like he got hit by Tribunal too. He's also rocking Mermaid at the top of the screen. What level is his Mermaid? Only level 6. This guy's account at the top is way more typical. Way more relatable, right? The guy on the bottom, maybe not so much. Max Dryad, Max Sword, Max Witch. Who has a Max Witch? And he's not even using it as a toxic one. It's very interesting. But that's, I mean, I feel like I've kept on harping on this, but that's the thing, is that the cultist player at the top, his board's not getting better. He's had a max cultist in the middle there and a 5 next to it the whole game. Max sword stack has been there pretty much the whole game. So he's not getting better to where the Spirit Master player, his board can continue to evolve. 329 versus 360. Wow, we take out bosses so much quicker. Oh, no. It hit the middle rank 5. You got to merge. You got to merge again. Change that. Anything you could do? What was that? Did he level up that guy by accident? And this is going to be a G. You absolutely hate to see it right there. All it took was one hit from Warlock. That's the thing. This is something that's really, really fascinating to me, is that it seems like it's those types of cards, those types of decks. Usually it's the event legendaries. But let's say Demon Hunter, for instance. Same thing that happens with Spirit Master. They might not be taking things out as well during waves against, let's say, we'll have on our right side Spirit Master and Demon Hunter. On our left side, we'll have Cultist and Inquis, because I feel like they're both same. Demon Hunter and Spirit Master, very, very good about taking out bosses, not so much waves. But it doesn't matter how well they do on waves, because they take out bosses unbelievably quick. And bosses can change the entire outcome of the game, right? So Cultist and Inquis winning the entire game, taking out bosses, taking out waves, better than their opponent the entire time, but then they go against bosses. They can't take out the bosses as quick. It took twice the amount of time for that cultist to take out the bosses that had more HP than the Spirit Master bosses did. And the Spirit Master didn't get hit by Warlock, but the cultist did. And that ended the game completely, right then and there. I feel like that's a little weird. I understand that he hit the mana power up at the end for Spirit Master, and that's what makes him do more damage. But I don't like that idea. I feel like if you're winning during waves, you should take out bosses quicker. It's really hard for me to watch me winning the whole game, winning the whole wave, every wave, and then we go up against bosses, and because of the legendary that they're playing, they take out that boss unbelievably quickly. And I get hit by a boss when I was doing better than my opponent the entire time. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But here we go. Let's look at this guy's equipment. So we got Mari here, level 13, level 15. So it was an uphill battle for our cultist player, pretty much. But this Spirit Master deck, absolutely crazy. Let's just take a peek here. I'll show you guys my cards as well. That would be potential to level up. So we got a bunch of commons we could level up, a bunch of rares, a bunch of epics, certainly. I probably wouldn't level up so many legendaries per se, but a bunch of epics maybe, or some of those other things. And those are the two cards, Monk and Spirit Master, both of which I have never found. Proof is in the pudding. There it is. But fellas, that is going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.